Hello, and welcome to the newest episode of the Drive Home Podcast. I am your host, and I'm the host. Not enough said, I guess. Today, I worked 4 hours, not a lot. Excuse me. But, in news, I guess, it was an okay day, but getting to work was not as easy. Well, it's not that getting to work was difficult, it's just that it was so cold last night. My car was covered in, my windshield was covered in ice, and a little bit of my windshield has a little bit of ice on it still. It's too thick for me to chip off without, I don't care enough to chip it off at this point. It's in the top left. I can see fine without it. So I'm just going to leave it there, and hopefully it'll go away at some point, but it's minimal, not in my way, and I don't care enough. But anyway, that's besides the point. Let's drive this podcast home. I have a long week this week, honestly. I'm not super happy about that. And it's not like a long week, it's just I work most days of the week. I got 2 days off. I had yesterday off, and I got Thursday off. And I have plans for those days. Well, I already did the plans yesterday. And then I got plans on Thursday as well. And so I'm trying to, but I don't work a lot of hours each day, which sucks. But what you gonna do? I could get a new job, but I feel like I'm fine where I am right now. And it's not always like this. Sometimes I work, I usually work more days in a week than I don't, I guess. But the number of hours I work each day is in flux, pretty much. I've been slightly obsessed with Fortnite recently. The end of the battle pass is happening eventually in a couple weeks. And I just need to get the rest of the V-Bucks, I guess, in the bonus pages. I got Godzilla, and I maxed out the little Godzilla pass thing that comes with the battle pass, which was kind of annoying, but to get the rest of the levels, I'm trying. There aren't challenges out right now, or maybe they just came out, I don't know. But I'm trying to get XP in other modes. For instance, I don't know if anyone else knows this, because most people don't play this mode in Fortnite. It's the mode that Fortnite doesn't advertise and doesn't want you to know about, pretty much. I'm talking about the original Fortnite, Save the World. Now, Save the World is, if you remember what old Fortnite was like, just imagine that with newer systems. Again, the movement is always one step behind. So there's none of the wall jumps and stuff, but we have mantling and whatever. And there are a lot of guns, older type guns, and I don't know if there's newer ones, but they always keep it entertaining, I guess. Anyway, each week there's a so they have daily and weekly quests or whatever. You get one daily a day, and it stacks up to, you can have 3 total. And then you can get, I don't know how many weeklies you can get at once. I've had 3 at some point, but I have no idea if that will stay that way or what. If you don't beat them, I don't think they go away, which is interesting. At least, like, the dailies and weeklies and stuff. So they'll stick around, which is interesting. But, if you beat a weekly quest, you get two options to choose from. You can choose to get gold for Save the World, which is the currency you use to get stuff in Save the World. And then most things in Save the World. Then the other option is you get some materials and 85,000 XP just for doing one weekly. And you get XP from, like, just playing, too. And for some people, the game will put you to sleep. At least, like, sometimes it does it for me. I know it does it for one of my friends who actually plays Save the World a bit. Not as much as I do, because I actually really enjoy Save the World. But he finds it boring a lot of the time, which makes it hard to play. But it's really interesting, honestly. The kind of weird thing about it is a lot of the menus and stuff are a lot older and less updated a lot of the time. So they've recently updated quite a bit of the menus, but I think before this current season, the emote menu was like almost like the original emote menu, I think. I don't know if they've updated it at all, but I think they updated it. I'd have to check. All I know is that it used to be like the really old one where you would have to, like, once you opened the emote menu, you would have to scroll over the emote that you wanted and then hit the A button on it. I don't know. I find the mode enjoyable. It's like a combination of survival. It's a mission-based type game. But I enjoy it, and there's also like, they do events. They don't really have new events, I don't think, but they have reoccurring events that happen like every year around the same time. It's like right now there's Frost Night or something, which is like an infinite wave mode where the enemies get tougher and tougher, but the longer you stay, the more rewards you get, whatever. And also, every once in a while, there's this venture thing. I'm not entirely sure how that works. I don't play it often because I feel like it requires to play with other people. And for the most part, I don't want to do that. Because I don't know if I, like... But the main reason I don't play venture is which is the game mode inside of Save the World, is because every venture mode, whenever it starts up, when you use it, it has its own set of inventory and stats and whatever. So whenever you're in that game mode, your stats or your weapons and inventory are different in that game mode, and you don't own anything for that game mode, basically, which makes it annoying because you have to, play it to get better with it. And it's separate from the rest of the game. And I'm only in the second world, I guess, or the second area. And so I want to do more of that. I want to be able to, like, upgrade stuff more before I even attempt to fully get into that. Though I do know, I'm fairly certain you can get a little bit of V-Bucks from that. I don't know how many, and I think it's, like, rare, where you can only get a very small amount per venture, I guess. But they usually go, like, like there's a pirate venture for summer or something. There's, right now there's, like, I want to say Christmassy, but like a winter wonderland venture or something. They do it seasonally. guess. I say seasonally, but they might do it for like holiday type stuff. I don't know. Anyway, like it's a pretty interesting game mode, and you still have to technically pay for it with a one-time purchase, but usually like they have like discounted versions that come with skins that you can buy. Like I think there's one out right now. I think it costs like $18, which if no one remembers, Save the World initially cost like $35, I think. And so I don't know if it's continuously getting updated to a certain extent, but it is definitely slightly keeping up with the quality of life changes to the game. I know that is what it's doing. So, as long as the quality of life stuff is only like one step behind, it's not that bad. And I think some menus are more or less the same. I think like I'd have to check, but I think the loading, like the character stuffs, the locker is like the same. I mean, obviously it limits what you can use because there's no reason for you to use a glider. But, you know, that's like most of the other, like, the music and Lego and stuff. Like, you still get a pickaxe and whatever. Now, there are some unique skins, or, well, I wouldn't say skins because I don't know if they're unlockable or what. But there's some unique stuff you can get in Save the World, and I don't know, it doesn't all transfer over. There are some unique pickaxes you can get that transfer over, but I think mainly there are unique skins, right? Or well, skins that I don't know if they were in an early battle pass and just never came back or what, but there are some skins that you can only use in Save the World technically, because they're not real skins, if that makes sense. So in Save the World, you can either use your own skin that you bought in normal Fortnite, or you can use. So actually, I don't know if this is something they do in normal Fortnite now, but you can select which default skin you want to wear. But also, you can select to use your hero character. Now, your hero character gives you different sets of abilities, and there's 4 classes, at least that I'm aware of. There's Outlander, which is sort of a looting class. Actually, no, it is like a looting class, and its icon is represented by a treasure chest. I use that one primarily because it's good for finding mats, which, you know, it sticks to you. The mats and whatever stick to you between games because it's made to be like that. But, you know, having lots of mats is good because I forget if there's an initial cap, but I know, at least right now, the cap of mats you can hold is 3,000 of each wood, metal, and brick. I used that in the wrong order, but whatever. So, something else, I guess, you can craft guns. So you have to get schematics, which is why you need like, other stuff, which is why you need to do quests and stuff. But you can also do the main quest line, which will give you that stuff too. And sometimes there are like events that make the missions harder. But if you do those missions, you'll get weapon schematics. Not the best weapon schematics usually, but you know, I think they go up to like purple tier. I think if you can find a really tough one, you might be able to get a legendary one. But I haven't gotten all that far yet. As I said, I'm on World 2, and I think there's like 4 worlds technically. There are stat points and stuff. It's all over the place with what it does, but it's pretty cool. I'm not sure, but I don't think you can play the locker music. Or, like the music from the music game mode. I don't remember if you can do that or not. I don't remember being able to do it, but you might be able to. I don't know. I think it's a lot of fun, but not a lot of people play it because Fortnite doesn't advertise it. But you do get quite a bit of XP. So you get XP from just playing the missions themselves, for the battle pass, of course. And then also, you get EXP for just so you get EXP for playing the game as it is. And you also get EXP for completing like the weeklies and the daily missions or quests. And actually, if you spend like the $18 or so on the to get Save the World and a character bundle with it. So you unlock the character as a skin. You'll also unlock the character as a usable thing within Save the World as a hero. But the weapons are so cool. Like they have like the Zaptron. They have. And they have, like, a laser LMG. And they have a bunch of melee weapons, which is really cool. That aren't just swords. There's also wrenches and hammers and scythes and heavy scythes and bats. Golf clubs. Like, you name it. I don't know if they'll have it, but they certainly got a lot. Swords, of course, as well. But, it's a cool game mode. If you have money and you really like playing Fortnite and you really want to like level up, honestly, like doing the weeklies is actually a pretty effective way of leveling up. And I find it fun, so I'm not telling you to buy it or anything, but right, if you get the character pass, once you get to a certain point, in Save the World will give you V-Bucks, basically. Because you have to do a specific challenge or something. But they'll give you V-Bucks if you buy one of the character pass access to Save the World. So. And I believe to play Save the World, you can't be... I don't know about mobile, but I do know you can't do it on Switch. Unless if that's like a separate download thing now, but I doubt it. Anyway, that's all I got. So, thank you for listening to this episode of the Drive Home Podcast. If you liked it, leave a like. If you didn't, you don't have to. And, have a great next 24 hours, everybody. Bye-bye.